No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today, very excited. We finally made this interview happen. Baby Money in the building.
What's cracking? What's cracking?
How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. Can't complain.
I feel like you're, there was like a crazy wave of Detroit rappers coming out for a minute, and then it feels like it maybe slowed down a little bit, and then you're like coming in the game.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, man, the music is crazy, and it's like we've been playing it a lot in the office and stuff, so I'm definitely feeling the
I
movement.
appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Where are you from in Detroit?
12th Street.
Okay.
Not the one on BMF, though. It's like 30, 40 minutes away from.
Okay. So it's just a really long street?
Hell no, I'd like break up because the city break up like to Detroit, Southwest, and downtown.
Right.
So you got like number streets, E-course, it go all the way out there towards the airport. I'm from like Grand Boulevard, Midtown area, 5 minutes from downtown.
Okay. So what was it like growing up? What type of area is that?
Dangerous, but it's all right.
It felt like that, like from the beginning? It felt like an intense place?
Hell yeah, especially I was young as hell, but I got in the streets when I was like 6, so.
When you're
Yeah.
6?
Hell yeah.
Bro, I don't even know if I could shit in a toilet at 6. What describe being in the streets though? Like what did that look like?
I ain't gonna say I was in the street. Let's take that back because I wasn't selling working there. I was a watcher at 6. I was circling the block, letting them know when the police come get 100 a day.
Really?
Shooting dice with all the older niggas.
Wow. So you just like saw what the game was at a real young age?
For sure.
And did you even like understand what they were selling?
Hell no. Hell fuck no.
When did it start to kick in though? Because you see a junkie at some point and it starts to kind of make sense to
When
you,
I'm
right?
sitting in a spot with them playing the game and I see niggas, you see that shit. I'm probably like 10, 11.
Right.
So.
Like, damn, we're not selling candy.
Yeah.
This shit has a negative impact on people at a certain point.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, how'd that, or what was your parents like? And what was their perspective on what you were doing at that time?
See, my pops died when I was 5.
Okay.
See, it was really just my mom. I got 8 brothers and sisters, 9 of us. So I said, just my mom. She probably can't keep up with all of us.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
8 brothers and sisters? You the youngest one, or?
No, I'm the middle child.
Okay. And what was your dad like? Did you knew him before he passed?
I remember little shit. Like, I remember one night I was with the nigga. We was jumping the gate. That shit might have been a dream. I don't know. You never know for real.
But you might have been jumping the gate with him.
Yeah, we was jumping the gate. Car coming up the alley. We jumped back over the gate. He took me in the house.
Right.
Yeah, that's one thing. I remember getting money from the nigga, getting pizza and shit. I found the gun under his couch. Nigga told me he's in the army.
Is that a good excuse or is that a little much?
Yeah, it was good. I said that shit to my grandma. Like I was like 15. She like, no, he told you that though.
Right. Damn, that's crazy. Your dad was a rapper?
Hell yeah.
I heard you say that on the one song. They say you rap just like your dad.
Hell yeah. I found out like 3 years ago.
But do you remember him rapping, or is this just like older heads had to put you on?
No, he was in 8 Mile though, the movie, Eminem movie.
Really?
Hell yeah. So he was always at them little rap battles and shit. He was in like the last battle. He like in the back of him got a little mink on and shit.
Wow. That's legendary. Did he have albums out and shit like that? Is there anything you can go back to?
They said some shit called Cash Cartel, but everybody I be trying to find that rap with him. They act like they ain't got that shit.
Really?
I got one song, you going crazy on that bitch though.
Really? So this is like way back in the day, or is it shit that might be on YouTube?
90s.
Okay.
And shit never probably make it to YouTube.
Right.
If I find it though, for sure it's gonna make it on there.
You would want to put it up?
Hell yeah.
It's like a
Probably
tribute?
make it a little skit on the tape or something.
There you go. So does your dad's like old friends, are they impressed by what you're doing now and seeing you keeping that lineage alive?
Yeah, I don't really know none of them niggas though. No,
For sure. All right. So what was it like growing up in the game? Like as you kind of get older, like do they start giving you different opportunities to get money in different ways as you get a little bit older, more mature?
No, so I got like I told you, I got 8 brothers and sisters. Shit. At 13, I was breaking in the house and shit.
Really?
Yeah. Breaking the houses, making money, shooting dice still.
Right.
Yeah, nigga ain't really started getting in the streets for real till I was like 15.
Okay. And did you have legal issues? Like were the cops a constant issue, or was Detroit so crazy that you weren't really running into that?
I got 2 months. Hell yeah.
Okay.
I've been on probation since I was like 16, dude.
Right.
Every time I get off, there's always some bullshit.
You didn't start getting caught up though until you were a bit older?
Yeah, for sure.
You had a nice runway there? Because that's when you really want to get caught, is when you're like 12, right?
Hell yeah, for that shit can be out the way. They don't even charge you with nothing for real.
Right. You ever got caught running up in people's houses and shit?
Hell no.
No? Wow. What's that game like though out there? You got to drive outside the city, some nice neighborhoods?
Hell no.
Right. Just
You
wherever?
go off like what you see. You see somebody nice. Oh, right. Where they live at?
Right.
You in there. That shit was so long ago, though. I don't think niggas even do that no more in this city.
They do it out here. For sure. I mean, yeah, that like, all right. So when you see something like LA is getting a really bad reputation. Yesterday, rest in peace, PNB Rock, you know,
For sure.
just trying to eat in a fucking Roscoe's. We don't really know why he was in a Roscoe's, in like probably the worst Roscoe's that you could go to in the hood. But, you know, it's just like left and right. Nowadays, like if a rapper is out here and he got his jewelry on and shit like that, people are just eager to separate it from him. Like, was that the vibe very much when you were growing up too, that if you had something nice, you got a nice watch or whatever, that it was almost inevitable somebody's gonna try to take it?
Not for my hood. My hood was like a little get money area for real. But for the city, probably for sure, all that going out, being drunk, you know, that's lacking in the city for real.
So like people would be going down to the bars and figuring out little schemes and shit?
Yeah, that's how it go.
Interesting. Nah, but I feel like that same mentality though of like get money, which we used to associate with like, oh, that's people who sell drugs, like hustlers, etc. A lot of those same people, realistically, there's only so many people that could be making money selling drugs, so they're really turning to the robbery shit and trying to do that on a day-to-day basis. And that's what's really making the city crazy as fuck, is just having jack boys going out every day like it's their job.
For sure.
So what was the sound of your childhood? Were you listening to a lot of Detroit music, or you listening to whatever was popular? Or?
Yeah, we was listening to Jeezy. Like my hood, a big Jeezy. We was Jeezy area for sure.
Interesting.
We was listening to Jeezy. You got Blade Icewood from the city.
Okay.
Doughboys, Team Eastside, Ray Peasy,
right.
Shit like that. Yeah. We even had like Stretch Money. We had a nigga named Stretch Money. He's hard.
Okay.
He was hard.
Damn. So even back then, the Peasy's wave was already like fully underway, and Ray and all these guys.
For sure.
That's good to know. You've been putting in work for a long time.
My niggas right there.
That's a big L I took, is when I did the Peasy interview. I didn't really like pry about the Team Eastside thing. I should have got some history.
Yeah, they've been going for a minute since I was a kid. Shit, before I even started rapping, I started rapping when I was 13.
Right. But Detroit's kind of like that, where a lot of times rappers coming out these days, you know, the 16, 17, 18-year-old kid, and he just comes out, he got a cool image, cool beats, whatever. But a lot of times, like in Detroit, when I'm having conversations with people, I realize that they've been grinding for like 8, 10 years, et cetera, to really build up to the point that they're at now. Peasy, Babyface Ray, all them, they all fit into that category pretty much.
Hell yeah. These last probably 2 to 3 years, we had a light on us. The niggas getting in the dough for sure.
Yeah. I feel like Detroit, like the new Chicago in a way, where it's...
Yeah, when everybody was popping out crazy in Chicago, Chief Keef, Lil Reese, all them for sure.
But like cities just become like that over time. You know, like there's an entrenched enough rap scene that people actually like, you know, really look to that city. And like, you know, it's not, there's like a weird vibe where like if you were a rapper from Wichita and you popped off, it's like the whole conversation is gonna be like, man, this dude's from a weird ass place. Like we don't know nothing about this place.
It really just take time for motherfuckers to catch on to it for real, motherfucker. At the time, we was feeling like we was blackballed, but the light wasn't just there yet. You feel what I'm saying? Right.
Was there a time where you felt like the only way you were gonna come up out of Detroit was to get signed by like one of the few big names from Detroit?
Yeah. But I dodged a lot of that shit.
Right. You had people trying to sign you early on and all that?
Hell yeah, a lot of people try to sign me.
Really? And you didn't go for any of them?
No, I wasn't feeling it for real. Like I click on it, they'll send you that 1-page contract, you get in the email, click on that bitch, it's 14 pages.
Right.
Like, no, you ain't about to finesse me now.
Yeah, that's the conversation now about like Fabio Foreign and Mace and shit like that. He signed him for $5,000 back in the day.
I ain't know that.
But the deal was that like Mace could basically like then take control of his career and find somebody to actually sign him, and then they have, you know, a different percentage on the amount of money that they gave from a label or whatever. You know, he's trying to get $1 million from a label and then split it up, whatever it is, 60-40. And it's like that just gives people a window into like what it might be like to sign to a rapper early in the game and sort of have a lot less control, and you know.
Yeah, I say motherfuckers need to take their time on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't just go because somebody offer you some money. You gotta know what that shit for. Like, why you giving me this much money first?
Right.
You know.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the fans are a lot more aware now.
Hell yeah.
I hear nobody ask rappers being like, I don't want to sign to a rapper. And I'm just thinking, like, you should be thankful to sign to anybody. But at the same time, if you really believe in your talent, that is a smart attitude or a confident attitude, you know?
Yeah, if you feel like you ain't gonna just last and take the deal, then if that's how you feel for real.
Right.
You don't feel like your shit works, like I'm gonna wait till I really get what I want.
Definitely. You graduate high school?
No, I dropped out of 10th grade.
Okay.
Got my GED probably 3 years after that.
Oh, really? What made you even get the GED?
Probation.
You had to? Okay. So when you actually started getting locked up?
Probably when I was like 18.
18?
Yeah.
Like for how long? What's the longest stretch you ever did?
2 or 3 months. I ain't never in that bitch for no years.
Okay. But 2 or 3 months, like around that time, like how much did that change you, or what did you learn from that?
Stop doing dumbass shit. For real, because it's like when you got so much shit going on, like I just got locked up a couple months ago. That shit slow your buzz down when you really going just dumb shit. Just
Right.
slow down, catch up with yourself.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of rappers we had over the years who you can basically look at their career on it. Because people always want to act like a rapper going to jail is good for their career.
Hell, fuck no.
Some small percentage of the time, there could be like
come out harder.
Yeah.
Come out with a hit, all right, for sure.
Or
for
like
sure.
the people love them so much when they go in that it's like they're just waiting for them to get out.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, like, let's be real. If you're in an early stage of your career, you got to keep these people on the hook. I seen plenty of rappers who are
nothing cool about getting caught.
right. I seen plenty of rappers who getting 500,000 views per video. They get locked up. They come out. They getting 50,000, and then they got to really grind and
Because
like
it slowed you down. Now you got to start all the way back over.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to
people
away from that shit.
Rappers are like, people get on like a routine with them. Like that, if somebody is a fan of you enough that like you drop a new project and they're going to click on it and listen to it, or they're going to click on your new music video, that's a sacred thing, Like you gotta respect that. And if the person, you get locked up for 2 years and you come out and like your fans are like, nah, like we listen to this dude now. It's like you gotta kind of understand it because you're like that with some people,
Yeah, like you fucked up at that point. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
right.
you slowed yourself down literally though.
Right.
So that long stretch gonna really fuck you up. You're gonna have to start back from getting 10,000 to 50,000, then 100,000. Then you probably back at 500,000 to $1 million.
Do you keep that in mind, and do you always want to have a bunch of videos on deck in case something happens to you, so you'd be able to fill that gap?
No, it ain't about. I ain't thinking that something happened to me. I just want to keep a lot of videos because I'm working. Like,
right.
You can't hold all the music, or they ain't gonna never hear shit. You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
Gotta have shit put up.
So when you were getting locked up though, like was that shit pretty vicious, or was it kind of just boring?
No, it was boring as fuck.
Really? It's not like a wild ass jail?
Hell no. I was in the county. That shit they ain't sent me up to the jail.
Let me tell you, the LA rappers I've interviewed have got me real scared of the county.
Our county, you gotta do quarantine in that bitch, all type of shit. So you really in your cell. Only had 2 months. Then they put you in the 10-man.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, they quarantine you when you go in?
Uh-huh.
So if you have COVID, it can run its...
Yeah, you gotta stay in there till like 14 days.
Oh, wow. And then they put you around everybody?
Uh-huh.
But it's mostly not... It's not some shit where you gotta like fight people right away and all that kind of stuff?
No, not for real.
Really?
Not for real.
I'd rather get locked up there than LA based on the sounds of it. So when you actually like turn your attention towards music?
When I was 15, my brother died. I was a nigga who always made me go to the studio, pay for the studio time. You feel me? So when he died, it was like, oh no, I gotta keep going. You feel me?
Right. So he was always pushing you?
Yeah.
He saw a vision in you beyond himself, or like what was his music
Hell
like?
yeah. Like he don't even make music, but he taking his time out to go to the studio with me and sit in that bitch and make sure I do the right song or say the right shit.
Right. How did he pass?
Got shot.
Really? Damn. What was that like for the family and everything? Because, I mean, you said you had 8 brothers and sisters, but he played a big role in all that?
Yeah, he was my cousin who lived with me, so he was like a brother to me too, you feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fucked the family up.
That's tough. So did that change your music, or just like made you more focused on wanting to be more committed to it?
It made me more focused, but it changed my music for sure because it made me talk about more shit, put more pain into it, like the shit that we went through, you feel what I'm saying? Shit that people would never know, shit you gotta just express. Can't hold that shit in, it's gonna fuck your head up.
Yeah, that's interesting because Detroit, like a lot of the rappers who've blown up the last couple of years, realistically, them being funny is a big part of the appeal. Like when we think about Rio or, you know, a lot of these guys, Peasy even, it's like when you think about them, I'm not going to say that punchline rappers, but they got a lot of punchlines and there's definitely a lot of fans.
They talk crazy, though. At the same time, you feel they probably throw a joke in there and make you laugh. They talking crazy, though.
Right. But that's also like Detroit tradition in a lot of ways, that there's a lot of rappers.
They saying a lot of shit that we understand. A lot of people might not understand it, so we understand the shit that they actually saying because we around each other every day, you feel me?
Right. But then when you look at rap as a whole, there's a lot of rap, like you look at a Young Boy or Dirk or who, No Cap, etc. Like there's a lot of people who the whole thing now, music wise, is that they really want to make you feel their pain or their emotion or whatever,
the
like
shit that they've been through.
Yeah. How do you think about that divide where it seems like two very distinct styles?
Yeah, but they saying what they seeing every day. They saying what they going through. It's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. You just seeing they saying what they see around them. They in the trap seeing that shit. They saying what they went through already.
Right. That's the one thing I like about somebody like Rio is that he will make himself sound worse than he is to make you laugh when he's rapping. Like he'll really say some shit.
You'll laugh. Then 2 bars later, you're gonna be like, "Damn, that's actually hard as hell what he just said." Though.
Right.
For sure.
When I was interviewing, I said something about, you know, one of the bars about beating his girl, and he goes, "Imagine how my bitch feel." You know, he's like, "I'm not even doing this shit, and I rap about it because it's funny or because it'll make people laugh." And then he got to deal with the reality of like his girl being like, "Why the fuck you got people DMing me asking if you're hitting me?"
Like, I got my ass with my.
You know, that's funny. All right, so once you start getting in the game though, like, or so your brother was encouraging you to get into it. Then how do you go about taking it more serious after that? And
so you know, like back in the day, 10,000 views was that million back in the day. Like, then you get 10,000 views, you the man. You feel what I'm saying? So I ended up getting like 10,000 views. Then I dropped a song called No New Friends. I got like 200,000 views in like 3 weeks. And after that, I just kept going, to the studio every day, made it my job. Right,
because once you start seeing that momentum, that's got to be super addictive.
And once motherfuckers keep running up to you, like, when you gonna drop? When you gonna drop? It make you want to go to the studio. I was doing songs with people for a long time. I had to really take my time. I'm like, do a solo song and see how people feel about it. When I did that, people was fucking with it.
Yeah, because I mean, your style is pretty interesting because you put a lot of real shit into your shit. You're not really trying to be funny that often. It's more just straight. I mean, you got punchlines, I guess you could say. But for the most part, it's pretty much like you're just trying to hit people over the head with some real shit, huh?
Yeah. I'm trying to make you see what I see. You feel me? Understand me a little more.
Right. Definitely. Where'd the Baby Money name come from?
I always been the youngest nigga around, so.
Really?
Yeah. And I used to go around my hood asking everybody for dollars. They used to call me like Dollar. Then I got Los. I was Loso for a minute.
Okay.
Then I was the youngest nigga around, getting money, doing what we was doing. So it was Baby Money. And my brother named Telos Money. So, Baby Money.
Do you think you could ever outgrow the name, or you love it?
I love the name.
It's not like being, you know, Young Jeezy at some point became Jeezy.
Right. I feel you.
Right.
But I don't know. You never know.
I think like Young and Lil are very much like indicative of a young person, whereas the Baby, like nobody thinks that Baby from Cash Money is gonna change his name, right?
Yeah, he Bird, man.
Yeah,
Baby, he got 2 names. I might have 2 names. You never know.
You don't have any additional rap names right now, or?
Nah, my name Los to my people.
Right, got it. Yeah, because I did notice that you haven't been terribly reliant on features, which a lot of rappers from Detroit, I feel like that's kind of their bread and butter, is that they're always hopping on a song 3-4 deep.
I don't know. I be in the studio by myself so much. I just be having so many songs.
Really?
Hell yeah. I fuck with everybody though. I do songs with motherfuckers. Just be like, I be chilling for real. So if I pop out and y'all at the booth, I'm gonna pull up and hop on that bitch though.
Right. Are there like frequent crazy ass recording sessions like that in Detroit where it'll just be
Hell yeah. One night everybody's just in the booth.
The whole city just there?
It'd be like that.
That's got to be tough, like competitive wise.
No, not for real. When we all people.
Right.
For me, I'm being myself on that bitch, so it really ain't no competition for me.
All right, I'm picturing myself as a rapper. I walk in the booth, I spit a hard verse, and then I'm looking out the glass at everybody else.
You gotta think about who in this bitch though. It might be some crazy. It might be Ray in this bitch, me,
right.
P, Vez, right. Somebody gonna come crazy regardless.
And that's a good point. Is that there's a lot of hard rappers, but I mean, if there's a lot of hard rappers, there's gonna be a lot of homies too. And it's like that it's just gonna be some kind of weird pressure on you as soon as you spit a verse. So like, who's getting on the next?
It don't be like who gonna have the hardest verse. Let's make a good song, make everybody feel this shit.
Right.
So niggas ain't really in there competing on the verse.
It doesn't feel competitive.
No, not for me.
Interesting. I guess like everybody has such different styles, and it's not like a lyrical competition. It's more like a stylistic competition, if anything. Yeah, because I was surprised, honestly, when I saw I was watching the Wallo piece that he did. Shout out to Wallo when he went to Detroit and was filming with you. And, Vezzo is a pretty calm, collected dude. He don't really, I just know that he wouldn't be hyping somebody up if he didn't really think that about them. And he was like really genuinely co-signing you. Like, how do you know him like that?
That's my nigga. I knew Vezzo for about probably like 8 years now, from a young nigga just popping up to their studio session, seeing him, or everybody pulling up on Poe. I got a little block in the city that everybody pull up on. Like, you get a new whip, you gonna slide through Poe because everybody out there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and it's niggas from different hoods. You gonna be comfortable. You ain't gotta worry about no bullshit. Everybody gonna stop over here. He seen me hustling. He seen me on the block. I done seen him. You feel what I'm saying? So I made that connection probably like 7 years ago for sure.
That's crazy because, I mean, like even I think 2 years ago I interviewed Vezzo and I felt like I was getting him when he was coming out. But it's crazy. I think he actually had been simmering for that long. Yeah.
Bro, I'm 25 and listening to Vezzo since I was 11, 12.
Damn.
Vezzo got a long run for sure.
Definitely. You used to buy lean on him back in the day?
No.
I mean, he stressed that. He stressed that he made a lot of money at one point in his life off lean. I was impressed. When did that come into your life?
What, the drink?
Yeah.
Right, when I was 15.
15?
Hell yeah.
Is that one of the reasons why you dropped out of high school?
Hell no. I don't think I was drinking when I started drinking like 9th grade though, for sure. But that's not why I dropped out of high school. I was making money, you feel me? So a nigga I'm 15, 16 with motherfucking 20,000. It's like, damn, I'm going to school to find a way to make money.
Right.
I'm making money. Why I gotta go to school?
Right. But if you're making money, drinking lean is probably one of the best ways to separate yourself from that money.
Hell no, I had my own. I moved out the crib when I was 14. I had my own house when I was 14.
Right.
So I was already just on some grown people shit, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, my brothers don't drop out really being a follower. Like, my brothers them ain't going to that bitch.
Right.
Why would I go?
I was just saying, like, lean is by far the most expensive drug.
Hell yeah.
And
that shit weak.
If you're 15, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think that your ability to hustle or to do well in school or whatever is gonna be somewhat affected by the lean. It's like the biggest drug that's just gonna slow you down.
Weed, drinking lean, probably.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
What do you feel like you need that to be creative in the studio, or
Hell
is it
no,
just?
I ain't drunk lean fucking probably 6 months.
Damn, you fell back on it like that?
Yeah, when I went to jail, I wasn't drinking lean, so I came out. It was just like, fuck it.
But you didn't want to like get back on it once you got out?
Yeah, you see that shit, be like, man, I should pull up, but it'd be like, hell no.
It is crazy how a lot of people I know, the reason why they stopped was because the court shit basically like forced them
that's
to stop.
The same thing, jail.
Right. That's dope though that you were able to use that as a positive thing and come out.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
especially when it's gonna fuck with you while you on probation. Hell no.
Oh yeah, that too. Could you see yourself ever getting back on it if you felt the need or came across some nice pints out of state?
As of right now, as of right now, my mind like, fuck it. You feel me? But I ain't gonna never say I never do it. You never know.
Right. So when do you really feel like you're talking about getting 100, 200,000 views on those videos early on? Like, is that when you felt like the career was really kicking off, or like how did shit proceed from there? Because obviously at some point QC swoops in and they start supporting you. Like at what point did that happen?
So when it really got me, like, it's my job. I'm going here every day. I ain't doing shit else. When I dropped Montclair Bubble,
right?
I dropped my song Montclair Bubble. Then they got to booking me out of town. Got to getting big checks on my distro. So it's really like, hold on, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I gotta do this every day. This shit paying the bills instead of just sitting on the block, serving, waiting for the police to pull up to run or something. You feel me?
Right. So you made like an actual real transition right there. You were like, I'm just gonna leave the street shit behind.
Yeah, that's the sacrifice. You gotta do it. It's gonna be sacrifices, bro. So it's like, I can go this way, stay in the streets, or I can go this way and find a legal route and don't even have to do this shit no more.
Yeah, I mean, right there you have like an opportunity that 99.9% of people who are selling drugs are not ever gonna have.
Yeah, this one one in a lifetime shit. You don't want to fuck this up.
Right. So how does QC approach you?
I was actually in New York with my man's Noodles and my other manager Q. So we in New York. I think we went to Quad Studios to record. I played a couple songs for him. I played my song Impatient. My man's Noodles like, man, I'm about to get you signed to Columbia. So I'm thinking like I'm about to go to Columbia. Then the next day, like, you going to Warner Brothers. Then at like 3 o'clock, they telling me to check my DM. It's P. P them motherfucking DM me back. I wrote him like 5 years ago, like, you gonna be signing me soon. So he DM me back. We ended up getting on the phone. They flew me out to the A. And shit, we went from there.
I wonder how much that meant to him to see that DM. Because I always love that shit. When I'm like, reach out to somebody and then I realize they hit me up in 2017 and I'm just like, God damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, how you be feeling though? Like, do you feel like, damn, I could have been on him? You feel me?
Sometimes I'm like, damn, I missed out. And sometimes I'm like, damn, you probably weren't on shit 5-6 years ago. There's no way I could have known, you know?
Oh, shit.
Damn, but okay, that's like a big distinction because, I mean, when you look at QC, I mean, it's hard to think of anybody who's like running the rap game too much more than them.
Mm-hmm.
But they never really fucked with somebody from Detroit before, right?
For sure.
So what did that feel like for them to sort of...
It fucked me up, though, because ain't nobody ever think. Niggas say it all the time, though, like, damn, if I had to sign to somebody, I'd sign to QC.
Right. It's almost like a meme.
Yeah, like,
like
for real.
When the girls come around, like, damn, you think I should have signed with QC? You ever see that?
You gotta make that.
Your homies start saying that in front of your friends.
You gotta make that. For real though, that shit fucked me up though, cause I ain't never think I done watch these niggas since kids from Versace. You
right.
Feel what I'm saying? I done watched them from kids, so for them niggas to even for him to write me back, it blew me. Like,
right.
damn, we about to sign to them.
So you went out to the A. And what was that like?
It was fire. We sat down, let them hear some music and shit. We went to 8. After that, we chilled. I flew back for like 2 weeks. Then we went from there.
Was it impressive just seeing the scale of their operation and how they move around out there?
Yeah, it's impressive. Shit, I seen them start from scratch.
Right.
You feel me? So to see the shit that they got now, like, all right, there's really some shit in here that make you wanna just do this shit.
I know. I remember when it was just OG Mako and fucking Skipper the Flipper and Migos.
That shit crazy.
Back in the day. Who would have known?
Kid, all them.
Yeah. Who would have known? You know?
Hell yeah.
That's crazy, actually. All right, so then they start talking about the conversation and stuff. What did you feel like they were bringing to the table that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do on your own?
Just put me on that bigger platform. Shit, I've been rapping since I was 12. I was gonna be on a bigger platform. I would have found that motherfucker already for me.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So just that opportunity period. Shit, just like put me in more people's faces.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, they did it for everybody else. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure. And are they the ones who lined you up with Wallo as your day-to-day
manager?
manager?
I actually met Wallo. Wallo was down here with Peasy. I ended
Okay.
up pulling up on Peasy. That's how I met Wallo.
Oh, okay.
For sure. And he ended up coming back like 3 months later.
Right. And then, yeah, because I had forgot about it until I saw his interview the other day, and that he is basically doing A&R type stuff for QC, and so then it just made sense that you guys could start working together?
Yeah, that's my guy.
That's dope. Is it, like, a lot of people when they sign to a label, their mentality is like, damn, well, they got this guy and this guy, like, how much attention am I really going to be able to get?
Ain't no competition for me.
You don't feel like that?
No competition for me.
I mean, but when the same label is in charge of pushing you that's in charge of pushing Lil Baby, you could imagine.
I need to get done.
Right.
It ain't stopping now.
Okay. I mean, I just, a lot of people might have that concern. I'm sure at this point they have enough artists.
You need to focus on yourself so you can get in a position. Shit.
Right.
I ain't in no competition.
Have you been around all the sort of QC All-Stars?
Yeah.
And what's the vibe like?
I fuck with them. They cool as hell.
That's sick. That's good. You're not intimately familiar with the Migos breakup?
No, I don't know nothing about that.
You see Ak trying to get Yachty to tell him all about it on his podcast?
Nope, I ain't see it.
That was funny. Yachty just had the look in his eye like, I know something, but I'm not telling you shit.
I gotta watch.
For sure. So what's the relationship with Doug? How did that happen? Because you've been on a lot of his songs on his earlier projects.
Oh, Doug, when Doug got out, he was fucking with my shit. I was fucking with his music too. Shit, we ended up going to the studio at Joseph McFashion. We did like 3 songs. Like that bitch up was one of them.
Okay. And this is kind of like before Doug had fully blown up, or is this when he was first starting to catch fire?
It was like right before he blew up. He probably signed like a month later, actually.
Right. Damn. That's a wild situation as well.
Yeah.
It's good it's good that worked out. What one thing I noticed about you is that in a lot of the videos you tend to just have like insane piles of cash on you, like sometimes like almost as tall as yourself. At what point does that kind of become part of your image?
I don't know. It was always part of my image. Shit. That's why my name Baby Money.
Right.
I always had money. Shit.
But you got to move around a certain way when you got like all that money on you, right?
Man, I've been moving like this since a kid. I just told you I moved out when I was 14.
Right.
You gotta know how to move.
I'm just scared of that kind of advertising, dude. I don't want to fuck because even if you pull that out, we do if we do a prank video in here and we got $100,000 in fake money, whatever. I mean, there's a chunk of my brain that's like some idiot is gonna think I really got $100,000 in my fucking backpack.
Ain't nobody gonna be able to find me, man.
Yeah,
I'm low.
That's the right attitude. What you were telling me that you were a very accomplished dice hustler back in the day. That was part of it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
What makes you good at dice?
I don't know. I don't know if it's luck or I just got a cold ass wrist.
Yeah, it's all about the wrist, though. I feel like there needs to be more randomization in that shit. Because if you could actually control the dice with your wrist, that seems like it's fucking the game up.
It's the confidence. Like, it's the confidence when you shaking these motherfuckers. Like, man, I'm about to hit a 7 shit.
Right. Is it also like if you make a bet with somebody and then like they're unclear on the terms of the bet, that you're kind of like shifting the terms of the bet to make it more beneficial to you while you're betting?
Hell no, you better know how to shoot dice.
That's some shicey shit, though. I feel like would probably be a big part of it.
Hell no, you better. If you here, you better know how to shoot dice. If I bet a 5-9, you better know what a 5-9 is.
Okay, what's a 5-9?
See, I'm betting you on a 5-9. If I hit a 5, my point 9, I hit a 5. We gonna keep rolling. If I hit a 9, I hit my point.
How often does the dice game get shot up?
None of my dice games. I've been that guy shot up.
For real? They used to, when I lived in New York, there would be dice games on the corner on my block, and I heard it get shot up once or twice.
Hell no, none of my dice games get shot up.
Oh, that's good.
This shit professional at this point.
Really? You start a little casino out there in Detroit.
Yeah, they need to. Money's casino.
Do you oh yeah, Easy Money. That's your crew at this point?
Yeah, 3G.
How many people are a part of that, and do you have artists that you're trying to push at a certain point?
Yeah, I got like, I'm gonna call them my artists because they're my brothers.
Right.
But you got J-Bo Money, D-Mo, Weezy, Kels, Debo. Got like 5. It's a lot of us that rap shit. This is how we start rapping, going in the studio all together, getting on one song. You feel me? So, yeah, about to hear him though. I say what, 23 we gonna take over.
You think the Posse track is dead?
The who?
The Posse track of like just doing a song with 10 people on it. Like, is that shit still alive? It feels like it kind of fell off at a certain point.
No, I'd probably say not. If you got 10 of the right people on that, but DJ Khaled put the right people on his songs.
Yeah.
Them bitches be hard.
I feel like the era of rap where there would just be like a beat and then you'd have like 20 New York rappers rapping on the beat in a row. That wasn't it. Like, that's not really like how music is meant to be heard, in my opinion.
Man, what?
It's just like, I don't know. It's just too much of a good thing, you know? Like if you have a song with Lil Baby, I don't want you to get like 4 of your friends on it too. You know? Nah. Let's just keep it just you and him. Like, that would be cool. Yeah, so we can really focus on it. But you listen to a lot of those Tupac songs back in the day, it's like, damn, he like did a song and then he let 5 of his friends rap on it after he was done.
He go crazy on that bitch, then let everybody else jump on it. That's them studio sessions. That's how this shit started.
Yeah. That's when you like record your verse and then you walk out and go in the other studio and they just start going crazy on it.
And you come back in, everybody on there, even the engineer.
Yeah. Engineer's cousins on there, yep.
Crazy.
So from your perspective, what's like what needs to happen in order for the blow up to continue? Are you thinking about your next project, or are you just thinking about dropping videos and one-offs?
Hell yeah, I'm about to drop September 23rd, New Money. I got like 16 songs on there, I believe.
Right.
All fire.
So each project is like a different blank money?
Yeah, but the next one's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be hard. I'm already in the works of it.
You're gonna switch it up?
Yeah.
That's what's up. All right, anything else we need to know about Baby Money?
Y'all need to know I'm coming. Bang all my shit. 3G. I got like 5, 6 brothers y'all about to hear this year. And shit, stay tuned, man. We about to take over.
That's what's up, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be tuned in.
I appreciate you having me.
My man, Baby Money. No Jumper. Coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, Instagram, etc. Like, comment, subscribe. NoJumper.com if you want to support. Go turn my man up on Spotify and all streaming services.
You feel me?